ever feel like whatever you do, you can never be good enough for others or for yourself? Well, then, this video is for you. To those of us who never seem to satisfy anyone, including ourselves. We scroll through Instagram and everybody already seems to be having a better time than we are. We see posts about people boasting about their achievements, perfect relationships, and exciting events that we were not invited to. The idea that we are all destined to accomplish something truly extraordinary has become a widely accepted part of a culture now. Work hard, earn money, get rich, be famous. We listen to these words every day, and maybe sometimes we look around and realize that everybody around us seems to be doing something with their life, and this persistent pressure to do something great and become the next big thing we could possibly be makes us feel like we will never be enough. You land your first job, but everybody around you already seems to have a job and a Lamborghini is on the way. You buy a car, but you're too late because now they own a house too. Whatever we do, we never seem to get there, get ahead in the race. But if most of us feel like we are not enough, then how does every one of us seem to be outdoing others? We might think after achieving XYZ, I will be happy. But the person who has already achieved XYZ might still feel inadequate and plan on achieving something else to try to make themselves feel better. This cycle keeps on going till the end of our lives. Well, have you ever wondered why do we feel the need to be perfect to actually feel good enough about ourselves? This might be due to the fact that we as a society have normalized being perfect, and being a completely normal average person with flaws has become the new standard for failure. We refuse to accept mediocrity and pretend to be perfect even though we know everybody knows that we all have flaws. We have shifted our goal from learning from our mistakes to becoming an ideal human that can never exist. Now, you might find yourself asking this question: if I'm not going to be perfect or do something extraordinary, then what's the point of even existing? Before moving on, it's important to realize that all those rare people who actually do something extraordinary are those people who are obsessed with improvement, and this obsession with improvement, in fact, stems from the belief that they are not perfect at all and they are normal like any other person. Instead of aiming for perfection that doesn't exist, they aim for progress. Most of us fail to accept our flaws because we think accepting our flaws means we can never be who we want to be, which is a very wrong assumption. Accepting us as who we are doesn't mean we have to stagnate there forever. Aiming for progress rather than perfection means we can accept our flaws and still make changes. It's important for us to acknowledge the fact that perfection is a path that is always under construction and it's not a destiny to reach. We have long before forgotten the idea that only being aware of our flaws leads us to improvement. As Albert Einstein once said, everybody is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. Chasing and trying to be one ideal non existent version of a human doesn't make sense when every human being is inherently unique and different. Acknowledging this universal fact will help us eliminate the persistent pressure to do something great and become the next big thing. And the actual acceptance of our own flawed and mundane existence will enable us to achieve what we truly wish to achieve without being stressed about the judgments of others. After all, being a flawed version of ourselves is always far better than being a flawed version of someone else perfect, right?